Hello there, my lovely legionnaires. There we go. Hi.
Crunch. Low.
It's hand cam time again. Hello.
Hello.
So, I said I'd work on this on stream, and I meant it. Oh, here, let me. So.
That reminds me, I need to get embroidery floss. Huh.
This is the jacket as she currently is. Hang on.
It's a really good jacket.
My phone's at kind of a weird angle, so. We have, this is the...
They're wearing the good boy hoodie.
This is our left side. Yeah, I'm wearing my Technoblade hoodie.
May he live forever.
But here's our left side. And then our folded over right side. I'm a big fan of my ACAB anti-fascist and Eat the Rich patches.
They're really good.
Are
we gonna learn how to sew with Heaton Mitsuru?
So, you may be saying to yourselves, chat, well, the jackets, they're already on the jacket. Why are you sewing them on further? Well, it's because they're glued to the jacket currently.
We couldn't find the iron.
We couldn't find the iron to iron them on. So what we did was the next best thing. Namely, I got, like, good fabric glue for just such an occasion. And I was planning on doing this anyway. Because, as you know, as some of you who have worn iron-on patches may know,
they don't stay.
They don't stick very well.
Nope.
So, I'm just gonna sew them on anyway. I'm just using the glue to hold them in place instead of pins, because I hate sticking myself with pins. You'll probably hear me fuck a couple of times throughout this process, but because this is gonna be the most tedious part. You want to hear Star Wars swear I learned? Himk. Huber Daedalus. Okay, what Star Wars swear did you learn?
That's not a swear word.
Thank you for the resub, James.
It's not a swear word.
Did you also learn about yeah, god damn it.
Milked.
You say milked instead of, like, fucked.
So, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I have to put Star Wars on blast.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer called jizz music.
No, it is.
They specify in one of the books, they're like, in other parts of the galaxy it has a more unsavory name. So it is still called jizz.
They're not calling it jizz on screen, though, and that's what's upsetting.
He is a jizz whaler, not some kind of jats man.
So I was told by Blaze. So I'm trying to get a back patch onto the vest that I own, right? Mm-hmm. You remember that Junji Ito shirt that I wore, like, religiously?
Mm-hmm.
I had to retire it.
Yeah.
But I'm turning it
into a back patch?
Into a back patch.
Fuck yeah.
She told me I should get embroidery floss to put it on. Do you recommend a stitch?
For something like that...
It's fabric on denim.
You want to, like... What I'm going to recommend that you do is something very similar to like the way that you sew patches on, like what I'm doing here, where you go along the outside edges of it. I would recommend doing what I did, especially with that. I'd get like a good spray on fabric glue, and I'd glue it in place and then sew it on, just so you have the double layers of protection for it. But I'd recommend just doing it the way that you'd attach patches. That's what I do. Hasn't served me wrong so far.
It's currently being held in by safety pins.
Safety pins are good. You can use them both for like extra security and for the aesthetic as well. Also, some of you may be saying, Heaton, this is black. Why are you using pink thread? A, because I think it's more punk if there's contrast, and B, because I don't wanna.
As the regional punk, DIY means do it yourself, not do it what other people prefer. So if you prefer doing it this way, there are people who do it with
Dental floss.
Dental floss, and that works just fine.
Which is actually, like, not a bad idea. Dental floss is strong as fuck. You can suture wounds with dental floss.
You could strangle a man with dental floss.
You could strangle a man with anything if you have the conviction in the right angle.
What's dental floss? God, you're so British. I love how you know candy floss, but you don't know
Dental floss?
But you don't know dental floss. That's.
Listen, I can't make too many jokes. I have to go to the dentist next week. How's your thumb, by the way? Like non-derogatory. I'm just thinking about it. How is your thumb?
I was told by the doctor, the area that I hit the nerve. I cut the nerve. I'm not going to feel it for the next few years at the least.
Your whole thumb?
That section that I cut out.
I was gonna fucking say, what did you do?
So one of the things you need to do with an iron skillet is you need to reseason it every once in a while.
This is a terrible start. I'm so
And
sick.
If we can keep it as plot graphic as possible, like little baby.
Don't worry, I will not be describing anything other than the initial details. So one of the techniques you could do is you put down a layer of salt. The salt was not involved in the incident.
Thank fuck.
And you take a potato, you cut it in half, and then you scrub the pan like you scrub your dishes.
Yeah, with the potato. Yeah.
And then you dump out the salt, and then you put in a new layer of salt, or you could just use the salt again and just use the other potato whenever the potato's used.
Yeah.
While I was cutting the potato, I was using a serrated steak knife.
Why?
Because it was the first thing that I had in hand.
Don't use serrated knives for that.
Yeah, don't. That's something I learned. I didn't notice my thumb was there, and it was above the nail. So it was the tip of the thumb. It was not any other part. It was like the skin tip. I was bleeding a lot. I cut the nerve.
Good job.
We got to the hospital. I had to get a tetanus shot, and they glued it. It is fine. It hurts, but it's a cut. It's gonna hurt. But overall, they didn't have to do stitches. They said glue. I got a package of Band-Aids. I also got some waterproof tape. So I should be good. It's just going to be awkward doing things for the next few days while it does the initial heal.
Immaculate, Jorb. Good job. What did we learn?
Don't use a serrated knife to cut a potato.
Good boy. Good boy.
I was going to say, unless it is already cooked, but at that point, you are using a fork on that damn potato.
Well, yeah.
Denim exoskeleton. God damn it. Oh, I thought it was like how I stepped on a knife. You stepped on a knife, Daedalus?
Yeah, he talked to us about this. I'm like, good job, idiot. Good job, dumbass.
The good news is, so the bad news was, So I donate plasma for 2 reasons. One, you should donate plasma like you should donate blood. People out there really need our plasma. And if you have a heavy amount of supply, do it once a month. Or if you can, if you want. Unless you have issues that they bring up and specify. I will not get on.
I have 2 reasons I can't. One is my crippling, violent phobia of needles. My other one is that even if I didn't have said crippling phobia of needles, I also couldn't. I'm on SSRIs.
Yeah, SSRIs will prevent you. And also, if you're what is it?
Hemophiliac.
Hemophiliac, or you.
If you have a blood disease of some kind, obviously.
If you have a blood disease, actually, there is one thing that is bullshit that has not been changed since the 1980s. If you've had sex with a man and you're a man.
Yeah, if you're a gay man, you can't donate blood. It's because of HIV, but that's fucking stupid.
But that was made during the AIDS epidemic, which is over.
Yeah, which is dumb as hell, because now anyone can get AIDS. But like, also, well, anyone could get AIDS anyway. But like, the other thing too was, I remember this was a big thing for a little bit. People were talking about, like, why can't people who are on HRT give blood? And it's like, it's because you're on hormones.
Yeah.
Your hormones, how do you think they get throughout your system? They're in your blood.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a way that I helped out around the house. Like, it just lay down for an hour, pump your arm, don't do anything stupid with it afterwards, type standard stuff. But I couldn't do it now because I've gotten injured. Because there was a lot of blood that happened. And also I had to get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
So it's whatever. I'm just not going to be able to do it until like July. At the soonest. I'm gonna have to go by there and just have them tell me, yeah, don't come back until then. Laser Pig donated $100 to help me out for the trip, so the room is taken care of, right?
Oh.
Then some motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Donated $350.
Jesus.
My first thought was, is that LP? But LP would straight up just admit that he would do it. The other thought that went through my mind is, it could have been Justin, but I think Justin was asleep when I was streaming.
Distinctly possible.
So some motherfucker anonymously donated $350. So the trip is paid for 100%.
Fucking give me money. How dare you support my friends in need? Give me your money.
I honk shoe at the old man's timetable. That's fair.
Like everyone in this fucking house, don't even start. We're all old people.
You also wouldn't have donated through the stream. You would have just donated. Yeah, thank you. Pin that. Pin there.
Tip. You can listen. You can if you have the nickels. I'll take them, but like, don't give me money if you don't possess the nickels.
But also, if it was like Justin or something like that, who has done that shit to me before, he would have just gone straight to my PayPal, and I would have known it was him. So it's a mystery. I don't know who did it.
I'm so excited to cosplay again.
I'm excited. I'm excited to just go to the con again. I missed it last year. I really needed it.
I want to show you something that I did, chat. But you have to promise you're not going to be weird if I show you a pair of my shoes.
I know these shoes.
You have to promise that you won't be weird about it. If you're weird about it, I won't show them to you.
I know these shoes. They're really cool.
I can go if someone donates 6K. None of us are Chugger Conroy, I think. Okay, hang on. Let me... One sec. Did I bring them up here? No, they're in my room. Hang on. I'll be right back. Entertain chat. I'll be right back. I gotta go get them.
So this year's con's going to be very special and very interesting. First of all, it's it's always fun to go to the convention. It's always fun. It's gonna be very voice actor centric this year. I've noticed. What do you think, Brooke?
Yeah, I need to look at it again. I don't think that any of the voice actors that I want to have, because like I want to try it. I have this little book I got from pre-ordering Octopath Traveler 2, and currently the only one I've gotten to sign it is Alejandro Saab, and I want all of the VAs to do that, but I don't know how many of them do the con circuit, and I don't want to have to go out of my way to have them all sign it, but meh.
One of the things I've been told is you do not make money off of your work nowadays. You make your money off of appearances.
True.
So there's a high chance that they're going to be there.
So I'm a little proud of myself, so I want to show off a little bit. This is baby showing you their macaroni art, because this isn't that impressive, but like I'm happy about it. So I needed a new pair of shoes for this cosplay because none of the shoes I had were gonna even like remotely go with what I was doing, right? So I made an investment and I bought like a pair of stompers.
Oh, I love creepers. They're fucking amazing.
Because Kirby has like big footers anyway, so I was like, I need like a pair of like big steppy, right? So I got these.
They're so cool.
They're holographic. You can't really see it with this camera, but a little bit.
You can.
They're like opalescent, holographic, and they were pink. I painted them red to be like Kirby's feet. Aha! You laces. The joke's on you. They zip up.
Growing up is being very too tired to lace up your shoes.
But these are big steppy. I love them. They're surprisingly comfy.
I have the full list of guests in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to read them off?
Yeah. Oh, hang on one sec.
Yeah. Actually, let me grab a drink.
Did I tell you, Chad, have I told you the story about the skirt for this costume? Because I'm stupid. I'm a lot of you can accuse me of being a lot of things, and smart's not one of them. So, oh boy. So I just went on Amazon, as one does.
As one does, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to get like one of those cool like punky like pleather skater skirts with the suspenders, right? I was like, I feel like that'd go great.
Yeah.
So I did, and it's cute, and I like it. And it got here, and the bag it came in was a little weird, and I was like, oh, maybe this is like a cosplay thing. So I put it.
It's not, is it?
No.
It's is it what I think it is?
So I put it on, and I was trying to take a picture in it, but I noticed that I was like, there's like no sitting angle where you cannot see my whole ass.
Oh no, you didn't.
And I was like, that's weird. And I'm like, it didn't look that short in the pictures. And then I took a closer look at it, and I realized that
it's kinkwear, isn't it?
The little silver clasps on it were handcuffs.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was kinkwear.
It was kinkwear. So I bought a little skirt. I didn't, and I was like, it didn't say on the listing, and I was losing it, and I went and checked. It did say on the listing, I just didn't see it. I'm a fucking moron.
So the con is jam-packed this year with really good creators.
Like, you joke. Can we see and judge it and see if it's an issue? You joke. I was like, it's not even like That was my second big tip-off that, like, I might have made a mistake. Because, when I shit you not, there is, like, no angle that you cannot just see my ass. I'm going to... I think I have a pair of bike shorts I can wear underneath it, and if I don't, I'm buying a pair, because I bought a couple yards of tulle, though, so I'm going to make, like a petticoat skirt underneath it, so that ideally, even if I'm wearing bike shorts, you won't see my whole ass. But it should be fine. And if it's not, I can make a quick adjustment. It'll be to the costume itself, it'll be fine.
If I can make a suggestion, if you need an alternative and still want to do the skirt idea, a denim skirt bought at like a thrift store could work as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it's way too short and there's like nothing I can do to fix it, we'll just run to Goodwill and I'll pick up a denim skirt. That'll be easy. That's an easy enough fix. I'll find something that's white and dye it. I'll find like a tennis skirt or something.
So.
Well, the worst part is that Danica, the worst part is that it's really cute, and I like it, and it goes really well with the outfit.
Biker shorts, you can salvage it with black biker shorts.
That's the
True.
plan.
Or denim jeans.
That might be too hot. I would go with the biker shorts.
That's fair.
All right, tell me who's the guests.
Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting list. So the first row, Jody Benson, Steve Blum.
I'm so excited.
Dana Terrace.
I was talking about this. I was like, I want to go get Steve Bloom's autograph purely because everyone else is gonna have him like, Spike! Oh my god! And I'm gonna be like, I need you to sign this Shishio statue.
I'm worried. It's like you're literally the voice of my childhood. He's the voice of Tom. He is Tom.
I'm gonna take off and sweat my ass.
And the return of Suda 51.
I'm so excited!
Yeah. Sarah Nicole Robles, Irene Bedard, Bo Billingsley, a company called Orange. I think they're a cosplay. We are thrilled to welcome the directors and producers of the anime studio Orange, including Kiyotaka Waki, Cole Galian.
Studio Orange is gonna be there?
Studio Orange.
Please. If they have a panel, I have to go. I have to see if they're gonna talk about if they're making more Hoseki no Kuni.
Baby Beard, Caleb Hiles, Bit Brigade, Triforce Quartet.
Justin loves Triforce Quartet.
Yeah. Kara McGee, DJ Kirkland, Toxic Eternity, Anime Rap Takeover, B Nerdish, Storyteller Cosplay, Silvahound, I'm excited for that, Jake Neutron, Gwendolyn Marshall, Coda, Stephanie Williams, Fade, Erica Lindbeck, AJ Beckless, Xena Robinson,
Love Xena
Chrissy Plays Dress Up, Patrick Pedreza. Let me double check what he's done. He is a voice actor who's worked on Brawl Stars, Rescue Heroes, Crunchyroll's Onyx Equinox. Jarrett Melendez, Linda Larkin, Scott Winger, Jason Charles Miller, Oreo, Justin Lee Ford, Ryota Ozawa, Vivian Madrano, the Bebop Bounty Big Band.
What a good name.
I fucking love that name. Toro Furia, Kirk Thornton, Hirokai Yura, Takuya Suzuki, Marcus Williams, Greg Burnham, Amy Chu, Sungwon Cho.
Hang on, stop. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't know Suda 51 was a man?
What?
Did you? I need to know if this is a bit of like I thought he was a funny robot, or if you thought Suda was a woman. You clarify this instant. I thought it was a studio.
No, that's Grasshopper.
No, that's Grasshopper.
Manufacture is his studio. He's Suda. Oh my god. Continue.
Fabrice Sapolsky, Christian Herrera, Dustin Fletcher, Tony Weaver, Kellen Goff, Game Boy Jones, Tara Platt, Yuri Lowenthal,
I'm so excited to see Yuri Lowenthal.
Solar Wolf Cosplay, Never Ending Dreams, Fox C, Aquarius Taught Me, Alley Cat Cosplay, Adam Sanford, Amanda Haman, Jonathan Young, Crease Lee, Mark Brooks, Jordan Gibson, Enanaris Quinones. Sorry, I'm terrible.
Well, that's just a hell of a name.
Yeah, Heartless Aquarius, Artemistic, which is a cosplay group, Sunlight of Astoria, Christopher Daniel Barnes, Tom Ruger, Paul Rugg, Lively.
My brain took a second to process that. I thought for a split second you said Paul Rudd was going to be at fucking MomoCon. I was about to be like, what?
I mean, MomoCon's grown that big. I wouldn't be surprised someday that happens. Lively Life of Flea, Jazz the Bat Cosplay, Willow Creative, Tomato Sauce, Nerdy Bear Studios, I love the name, the Kaysen LAC Quartet, Kay DeVault, Kiwi Ninamori, Kate Downey, Lizzie Freeman, Snowblood, Glitch Productions,
Yeah.
Jacob Duval Pellicue, I don't know. Extra Lives, yeah, they're going to be doing a charity event. Keith Browning, Babs Tar, Ham Sandwich, Richard Horvitz.
Hell yeah.
Deegan Pecors, Samantha Bart, Bart or whatever. Atlanta Freedom Band, which is an LGBT big band. Not big band, it's an LGBT marching band.
Fuck yeah.
Sissy Jones, Amanda Achen, John Robinson IV, Bryce Pinkham,
Pinkham.
Pinkham, Dave Wittenberg, Jason Griffith, Nintendo Capri Sun, Proton John, Scott Warren, Kamikaze, Family Jewels, DA Games, Rico Renzi, Kyle Starks, Tracy Yardley, Jeremy Whitley, Paleo Steno, Saberspark, Jax Blades, Sarah Meyer, Wooly McNair, Nah, that's not wrong, Wooly. I was immediately like, Wool. Oh. Lolia. I think it's Lolia because it's Lollia. T. Alexander String Room, Land Pits, AC Race Best, CG5, Kizuna Cosplay, Anderson Carmen, The Gluttonous Geek, Dove and Draw, The Ink Tank, Shadia Amin. That creepy reading. I do not like him.
You don't like TCR?
No, I don't like that creepy reading for personal reasons. I'll explain later.
Okay.
It's personal and it's behind the scenes stuff, and I'd rather not air that dirty laundry. I'm not a drama VTuber.
Me neither. So fair.
I'm not a drama VTuber that likes to randomly say the R slur. I hate that video. Razorfly Studios, Chi, Matt Braley. Please watch Amphibia, people. It's so good. Amphibia is so damn good. Sarah Spaceman, Silwyn Cosplay, The Starfish Face, Alan Z, Crystal Adams Sapolsky, Mystery Skulls.
Yes.
This weird unknown guy, Alex Roshan.
Who the fuck is that?
That's some fucking loser.
Who?
Hoomst.
Oops.
Sekasha Ray, Smirky, Viva Riveri, Mika Myers, Micah Myers. That's a really good name, Micah Myers. That's fucking Dizzy 8, Nem Raps, Nerd Out, Greg Anderson Elisi, Robert Wilson, Sarah Madsen, AEG Studio, Jolly Good Giant, Cam Steady, Nerdy Teacher, Noise Complaint, Cloudy McDoom, Solid JJ.
That's such a good name for a band. Noise Complaint
What
is
was-
such a good name for a band.
Yeah, it is. I
Solid
don't
as
think it's a
J.
band. Yeah, Solid JJ, Peter Raimundo, Ben Hazler, Caitlin Bailey, Caitlin Belly, Nordic, Ben Schuler from Nerd Out, and Nerd Knows.
Stacked
That's it.
lineup this year.
It's a fucking lineup.
Viva Reverie? Are you familiar with them, Bun? I'm not familiar with Viva Reverie. You will have to inform me.
And Heaton,
And me!
And Caden.
And I'll be there.
and Brooke, and Justin.
I will be there.
We're gonna try and see if we can't have dinner with Alex.
He may be fucking busy.
Well, he said he wanted to have dinner with us. So we'll go see if we
Yeah.
can't hang out with Alex. We get to hang out with Funny Teeth Man.
I run D&D for that funny teeth man.
Man, I miss talking to him. It's been so long.
I was joking that we should get one of the Kane figures and we should put it in a jar and then take it and make Alex sign it.
I
I
have
think it'd be funny.
Wait.
Now, technically, it's listed as, they were listed as intestines on SpiritHalloween.com, but they look like exactly like the brains from the original Psychonauts, and I was tempted, but that'd just be a bitch to sign for Richard Horvitz.
It'd be really funny. Hi, Zach.
I was fucking muted. I'm here. God damn it. Hi.
Oh, wait, hang on. I have to do the thing.
What is it?
It's Zach's first time. Hang on. Ba, 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 ba. Kirby music.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it. You all feel a thing.
Huh?
Almost heaven.
West
West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains. Shenandoah River. So, here's my prediction for the con. The big, so there's like a big meme every year.
Mm-hmm.
This year's gonna be the weenus.
Everybody
I mean-
do the weenus.
Do the
Weenus.
weenus.
The
The
weenus
Weenus
is a dance.
dance.
Everybody
Everybody
is a
is a
genius,
genius
who knows,
Knows
it in advance.
We were T-posing. Boone and I were T-posing on the elevator the first year. That was funny.
My first year there was 2017. I licked Silver in the face.
Zach has become doll.
Oh my god. I can sip my shaken espresso in doll form now.
You can.
I'm so proud. I hopped in here to briefly escape the random harassment I'm getting on Twitter from the vid, but now we can chill.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a furry? Cool.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know. Am I a furry? I guess by definition. I don't know. I guess it depends on like how broad the definition is.
It's about
you feel
self-identification,
like-
as far as I know.
Are you? Am I a furry? Do you feel like a mistake? Yes, you're a furry.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Oh, then you're not a furry.
To quote Aaliyah's interlude, because this is my favorite quote. at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is whether or not you're a cunt bitch or not. And personally, I'm an icon.
Factually true.
And I was like, that's me.
Oh god
Look,
damn it,
look,
it's
I
time
can't-
again. Okay, Google. Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Look, I have learned a long time ago. You could have self-deprecation issues and serve cunt at the same time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, these two things are not mutually exclusive.
Mutually
I
exclusive,
found
yeah.
traditionally no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hype myself as being extremely cunty at all times, partially because it's true, and partially because it does help. You know, it always boosts the confidence.
I love the notion of like, well, partially it's because it's true.
Yeah, exactly. you gotta make sure you have multiple reasons.
You must have multiple reasons for everything you do, so says the man.
Yeah.
You could simply.
God.
You could, if you were powerful, you could simply do things to do them.
I mean, that is true. I mean, that's kind of why I became a VTuber. I just kind of said fuck it and did it, but...
Everybody and their mother is like, oh, fucking VTubers, whatever. I think being a VTuber is cool as shit. I like being a VTuber.
I view it like this. As a community, the community is imploded on itself to the point where it's no longer a community.
It
It's
never
just-
was.
Well, it was for like
It was for a bit.
between 2017 and 2021. It was.
Okay.
But since, like, the best way I put it is, I became a VTuber right when it stopped being a community. And it started being like, it's just a way you express yourself.
Yeah, because the way I see it is, like, VTubing isn't a community, it's a genre of content creation. Because at the end of the day...
Or made a hobbit human size. Daedalus, I don't know how to express that that's the most, like, that's the clearest picture of you as a person I've ever had in my head.
What did Daedalus say?
Daedalus said, I'm like if you shaved a werewolf or made a hobbit human-sized. Okay, Google, stop.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's so weird being a VTuber sometimes. Because the other thing is, like, something I figured out as a VTuber is the weirdest things will happen when you make content. You will be creative, and then it really is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because, like, some of the most minute things I've ever done are, like, some of my chat's, like, favorite moments. Like, me being scuffed on stream is now, like, symbolic in my chat. And then, like, me putting work into my lore series gets somehow for people to start headcanoning and harassing my friends over possible implications of it. It's truly weird, I'm not gonna lie.
My favorite
Like,
bit so
the
far
weird-
has been, I love that my audience has taken all of the wonderful things that I've said to them and all the tremendously good pieces of advice, all of the wisdom that I give you on a daily fucking basis, and from that they have extrapolated, okay, but, like, she's wrong, and we should in fact be licking batteries.
And,
Well, yeah.
they're tasty.
You guys don't?
Don't well yeah me! God damn it! Fucking don't lick batteries!
Listen.
How are we
I'm-
supposed to know if there's a little bit of charge left?
You put them
You
in
bounce them!
You bounce them! Or you put them in the thing!
Nah, I needed it.
I can't believe
As
this.
soon as my Xbox
I've
tells
cut
me.
my thumb open. I know what's good for me. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. When my Xbox, I turn on the Xbox and it says your controller batteries are low, that's when I know they're perfectly ripe, like a banana. And then you just hork them down.
They're ripe like
You
a
consume battery?
You don't?
Join the club?
I'm picturing Zach, like, manually peeling a battery.
No,
Look,
literally. I'm just over here. I'm just like, ah, damn, controller low. You know?
That's terrible.
So we're gonna need to talk about your lore series.
Well, are you gonna talk about the fucking Gyaru Lyo accusations or me eating batteries being canon? Take your pick, honestly.
We're gonna.
Don't eat
Also,
batteries.
hello, Dalius.
Or give me more unhinged things. Hi, Aaron.
And all age.
Salutations.
First of all, hello, Vald 800.
Flat.
It's an. Hello,
Sorry.
Vlad800. It's nice. It's nice to see a new face in chat. I'm glad that your first chat message was, and I quote, "an all-age appropriate glass of battery acid." God
Let me
fucking damn
screenshot
it.
that. Let me just screenshot that. Also, it is Vault. You were right. I said Vlad because my brain is made of goo.
Why is it
there
this?
you go.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. My chat is full of fuckers affectionate. What
Yeah,
you-
that tracks.
And
Dave.
speaking of liking batteries, why not charge a donation to Eaton on your credit card or your parents?
to yours or your parents' credit cards. I'm so.
I will
Oh,
say,
go ahead.
when it comes to like chat dynamics, I do love mine because I'm a fighting game VTuber. So my chat will be able to rattle off a 500 damage combo in Mortal Kombat, but then I ask them how their day is going and nobody talks.
Well, it's look. When your life is full of bullshit, and you know it's going to be a trauma dump, it's better to be silent sometimes.
No, literally. Like, it's look around, everybody on mute, except me who's asking questions up to my chat directly.
How's everybody doing? Also, I'm gonna say this. I love that phrase. It's kind of become a catchphrase of mine because it's the most default "I'm panicking" phrase. Like, I've been silent for way too long, even though people know there's a cutscene going on and it's completely fine. Just like,
Yeah.
shit,
Well, it's
shit,
funny. It's
shit.
like literally, I ask my chat any basic question that isn't related to fighting games. They ask us just be like, and it's like, why? You know? Like, we can't talk.
As opposed to, I was about to say, as opposed to my chat, who are full of weenies, and I play almost exclusively horror games.
Like, get you a chat that has a niche and we'll stick to it. Like, I play Halo one time and everybody will stay for one stream, and then I will play a random niche fighting game and everybody will bust out every single combo on this game. I'm like, where do you people come from? How
The
did
dust
you
loop.
know?
The walls.
The dust loop.
My
Yeah,
favorite.
they live in my walls.
My favorite so far have been whenever I play shooters, I get tons of new people,
Oh hell yeah.
which I think is funny. So like when I play Halo or Helldivers, but my favorite so far, shout outs to the Funger community. I played Fear and Hunger 1, the original. I was just playing it, and I got like 5 new people in chat who were like, "You're gonna want to use these items here. You're gonna want to hold on to that. God damn them coin
Like,
flips."
so
And
supportive.
I'm like, first of all, thank you for being like nice and supportive and like not being shitty to me because this is my first. I had one motherfucker be weird. He's like, "Why are you like dipping in and out of combat? Why are you like?"
And actually, why do you not know every route for all of these maps? That's kind of cringe. Why would you even stream? Get off live. And it's like, dog.
Well, my favorite was he was like, "Why are you dipping in and out of combat?" And I'm like, because I know that the guards can liquefy me in about 0.5 seconds. You think this is the
Give or
fucking,
take.
These are the dungeons of fear and hunger. You think I'm gonna play fair? You think I'm gonna play fair? Are you
To
dumb?
quote,
Hold up, I will retrieve dog, BRB.
to quote my teacher Gob the Goblin while we play Dark Souls, don't respect the game that doesn't respect you.
No, they don't. The dungeon doesn't respect you. The dungeon wants you to suffer and die.
So it like that's what I've learned. It's like with Dark Souls like games in any form or fashion, if you can avoid combat and still get to where you need to go, do it.
If you're not
Because a
cheating,
majority of
you're
the
not
time
cheating.
it's because at that point the game is not going to hold your hand. You should not wait for it to put it out, you know.
Right.
So like there are a lot of moments, like especially in Dark Souls games, you gotta take that moment to just like fuck it, I'm just going.
Backseat gaming gigabad. I don't particularly, depending on what it is, I don't mind. I've said that I'm okay with, I don't like backseat gaming, but I'm alright with a navigator. So like, if you watch me smack my head on the same puzzle for like an hour and you're sitting there dying, then you have, once I go like, I'm fucking stuck, then that's when you have license to be in chat like, "You're a fucking moron, it's this." And I'm like, okay, thank you.
The safe word to help is oh fuck, I'm stuck. You should put that as a pin on your streams when it's really hard games.
Listen,
I will.
I've joked before,
Okay.
like, I refuse to play an RPG Maker game without a walkthrough, and some people are like, this is not the pure experience. Fuck you. I've played enough RPG Maker games to know that I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with your esoteric puzzles. Give me your story.
Isn't there a majority? Isn't that like a big cliche with those type of games? Is just we're gonna. I don't understand game design, but I've seen a puzzle once.
God,
So-
fucking, Witch's House is like that. Listen, Witch's House is absolutely beautiful aesthetically. It has some really cool story and theme work in it. It's a beautiful piece of art, and I'm never gonna say it's a bad video game, but it is. I've played Silent Hill once or twice. I've played some Resident Evil. I know what a puzzle is. It's like, do you? Fucking.
Yeah. My personal. Oh, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, it could be worse. Is I'm still like I've been meaning to get back into streaming, but like, oh man, like that scuff stream that it was so scuffed that like nobody could. It was unwatchable.
Yeah,
Mine-
I hate it when that happens.
Nobody plays Mad
Yeah.
Father for the puzzles, is all I'm saying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
When
like,
it comes-
oh, you finish your thought.
Oh yeah. When it comes to like stuff like that, there's always two types of people in fighting game chats like mine, where you either have people who will rattle off every combo immediately, and I'm just like, uh-huh. And then there's the other people who are like, I think the X button punches. And I'm like, maybe. You think?
Me and Avi.
My favorite thing, there are two types of streams that people really come in droves for my channel. Or at least the ones that I have the most fun with chat. It's the Dark Souls streams I do with Gob the Goblin, which we're going to do more than just Dark Souls, trust me. And my Du Bois streams with Johnny Jellyjaw, Wukiki, and Spoodle72. And because chat is always either very understanding or very understanding of the vibe in the point of, oh, now we can bully you. Okay, awesome. What was it? With the Dark Souls streams, I have a lot of like new people come in, and it's like, oh, what, this is your first time playing? It's like, yeah, I'm playing it first time. My friend's leading me through, and their first response is smart. Just like,
Dude, my chat respects me, and I don't know why.
Relatable content. They're like,
I
oh,
hate
you're
it.
so wise. You have such good opinions. I'm like,
bully
why?
me with your words and your money. Don't you understand? This is a kink exchange, not an entertainment exchange.
Listen, I don't kink shame. I will kink inquire why. However, like, I don't know. I always feel weird whenever, like, people will come in my chat and then, like, actually respect me, which is, like, all the time. And I'm just like, you guys shouldn't be letting me cook.
So what is your what's your primary game and why is it Guilty Gear?
Well, actually, it's Mortal Kombat 1 because, unlike Guilty Gear players, I use deodorant. So,
Well,
when
I
it
was
comes
gonna,
to...
well, I was gonna say no. You have to play Guilty Gear. You're queer.
Well, you see, I can be queer and simp for Shao Kahn instead, because I have taste, allegedly.
See, here's the thing. You're forgetting, Heaton. Mortal Kombat 1 is woke now for some reason, so
Well, yeah,
it's queer
because-
now.
It's because Johnny Cage is fucking Kenshi. Or no, he's
Easily.
getting fucked by Kenshi.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
Doesn't get much more
Listen.
canonical than that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying, here's the thing. When it comes to MK, I mean, there are a lot of queer relationships, which, like, because, like, Tanya Molina is there, Johnny and Kenshi are, like, they definitely have seen each other on Grindr.
If not each
And
other,
Is it-
totally.
was that a grinder ping? How do you know that was a grinder ping?
Is there a specific sound effect with it?
Yeah.
There
with
is.
Grindr, yes. Boom. Whatever the fuck.
Brunk? I think it's like a brunk.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
My personal favorite Grindr notifications are never the ones telling me I'm pretty, because it's like, I know. But when it comes to Grindr notice, my personal favorites are when people read my bio and they go, what's your favorite X-Men? Like, I've gotten that and I'm just like, ah!
What is your favorite?
It's my
X-Men?
favorite. My favorite is, I have two. Jubilee, because Jubilee is very me-core, and Beast, because
Okay.
smile.
You know what? You can't see it. You can't see me in my head. You can't see me internally putting the gun down, being like, okay, it's the right answer.
No.
Yeah,
There is a wrong answer.
Yeah, there is a wrong answer. Don't get me wrong. Fun fact, originally I simped for Wolverine, only for Lio to fucking tell me, oh yeah, he's 5'3". I'm like, okay, great. This is why we can't have nice things. I found out he was an inch shorter than me, and I'm like, okay, so he's ruined. Got it.
Is the incorrect answer Havoc?
No, the incorrect answer is Scott Summers.
Yeah.
Who?
If you told me that Cyclops was your favorite, I was going to ban you from this chat.
See, here's the
It's been a
thing.
good
Here's the
24
thing.
hours, Zach.
It depends. For me, it depends on the Cyclops, because there are some Cyclopses that is a cab. There are some Cyclopses that are like actually cool characters. The problem is, it's not the movie Cyclops. Jesus fucking Christ.
Cyclops.
Fun fact, I
fucked a
actually,
woman on his
for one,
ex-wife's grave.
funnily enough, for my final on Wednesday, I'm doing a presentation on the original X-Men movie, which I'm so excited about.
Good luck.
But oh yeah, it's gonna be fun to explain the nuances of X-Men being a marginalized community to a room full of college athletes, specifically college football players who have questionably bigoted opinions. But
I can't wait for you
on
to
the
teach
bright
these
side,
things.
oh yeah, me too. I mean, in fairness, my track record of presentations, like especially this semester, has been rather rough. Cause like I did a presentation on Valentine's Day where I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about like my fictional male crushes, where I proceeded to tell my chat, don't worry guys, it doesn't get worse from here, and then I proceed to show King's Shark from Suicide Squad on screen.
What a twist.
Yeah, don't worry. My chat was going insane. They're like,
How very
why
John
do you
Constantine of
lie
you."
to us? Real. And then right after that, literally a week and a half later, I went to a pop culture conference about an hour away because I was asked to speak there. They did not know my presentation. I talked about FNAF lore for 15 minutes to a room of people with doctorates, and I wanted to cry.
No, that's the best thing ever. That's the best thing ever.
It is.
I would have paid money to be in that room. God damn it.
I wish they paid me money to be in that room. Like, I did have somebody get up and go, ha, and leave, and then everybody else looked at that guy like the fuck is his problem, because they were in the right. And then I got to tell them the nuances of horror for about an hour. Then after that, I have this presentation, which I'm nervous about only because of the fact that, because everybody else is doing like fucking, because you have to do like a movie that inspires you.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna do, like, I know somebody said they were gonna do, what is it, Poor Things? Someone's doing, like, other inspirational movies. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I know my one friend is doing, like, Forrest Gump, and then I'm like, so X-Men.
Hell yeah. Because you're right. Because you're based and you should say it.
Fair.
I know.
It could be worse. There
People
are
who have
worse
taste
choices.
want to fuck King Shark. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Real ones in chat.
I'm gonna say something controversial here. If your favorite is Gambit, you're either Danica or you're basic. That is my simple statement. Which also, by the way, that doesn't prevent Danica from being basic.
You're Danica, you're basic, or both.
In fairness, like, the other camp of Gambit people are people who simp for Rogue and want to be him. They will never be him.
This is so true.
Look. My pronouns are he and
I'll never be
his, because I'll never be him.
Mine are he, they, because I'll never be him.
Is it okay if I just simp for Rogue's jacket? Can you just simp
For Rogue's jacket? Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, literally. Her X-Men 97 design, I was just like, yes, I love women.
Women rule.
We appreciate you.
Women are so cool.
Sincerely, the gay one.
Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nobody likes Dante Devil May Cry quite as much as lesbians do, so it's fine.
T.
I just,
Oh my god.
I love with all of my heart that like 75% of the people that I've seen who are like, Dante is my favorite. I love him so much. He's so fucking sexy. Signed, a lesbian.
It's
surprised-
true. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say simply, I'm surprised Danica hasn't said anything in chat.
Murdered.
Because you killed him.
Caden, Caden,
this-
why would
did-
Okay.
No, Caden, why would she need to say anything? Wait for a month. Then she could do a lot more.
It's,
And
I
say
just
something.
I just standing there waiting at like a line or something. Does anybody hear a loud thumping? Turn my head. Just
And then she just
tackled.
double kicks you. When Nero's hotter, IMO. Of
Just
course.
ride her kick in an X-Men way.
Of
double
course you
just-
would.
Drop kick to the face.
Weirdly enough, when it comes to lesbians and liking specific characters, it's Dante. I've also seen Leon a lot, and then also just a gaggle of Animal Crossing characters, like very specific ones. And it's very funny. It's always like, I don't know, I'm always sent by my friends who happen to be lesbian, just the most like baby boy, soft individual male Animal Crossing villagers, and they're like, he's great, he's everything. And I'm like, uh-huh.
You're like, I guess.
Like, yeah, I'm like, congrats.
Maybe
One
it's
day-
less of a admiration and more of an aspiration when it comes to lesbians.
One of these days,
Lesbians?
Lesbians.
I'll figure out how the gazes work, because I don't get them.
I have some news for you. I say as I slowly hand you your denim jacket and your garlic bread.
Why garlic bread? Tag me directly, why don't you?
You know what? I don't know. It's one of the ones I don't get. I've been told that our things are denim jackets, garlic bread, and dragons for some reason.
I just had garlic
Um,
bread for lunch. Why do you hurt me?
And I hate that because those things mostly apply to me, and I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to be a stereotype, I say in my denim jacket. I say as I sew
Aaron,
the
come
patches
to
on my
the-
denim jacket.
Aaron, come to the Twink dark side. We have copies of Chromatica and Shaken Espresso.
Damn.
I don't think you know what you're asking for. I don't think.
We don't know. You could be a twink. I don't know.
Hang on, where's the soundbite? Where's the soundbite? Get it, get it.
We don't know what your body type is. We don't know if your avatar is true to life.
Dude, don't worry about it. Aaron's just a 70-foot tall dragon with a top hat on, a little tiny one from Party City.
I'd fucking believe it at this goddamn point. I don't know what to tell you.
Slight correction. It's an Elder Tempest with a hat on.
You're so right.
So base.
Twinkies are kind of C-tier snack cake anyway. I think you're a lot better than that.
Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
thank you.
I'm gonna provide you, I want to provide you a snack-based experience now that you've mentioned this.
Go for it.
So while my grandmother was in the hospital once, we went to like the local boardwalk to get her chocolate because that was the only thing that she desired, and based truly. And I was like, I'm gonna get a chocolate-covered Twinkie because I'm nervous about my grandmother. I don't know how to explain that, like, a chocolate-covered Twinkie should be, like, the most decadent thing on the face of this planet. I cannot convey to you, in a meaningful way, how much it tasted like nothing.
I thought that was the deep fried Oreo.
No, the deep-fried Oreos are great. It's the chocolate-covered Twinkie that tastes like nothing. I don't...
No, you know what we need to
it
talk about?
It cancels itself out like PEMDAS. There's
It
nothing.
does.
It
You know
tastes
it's good.
Kinda.
Like, it tastes like... It's not even like, oh, it just tastes like nothing. I would bite into it and all I'd have is texture. There was no flavor. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
How do you
May
deep
I-
fry something that's deep fried?
There is
Sorry, go
no
ahead.
way. I'm reading chat.
Sorry, Zach.
You're not familiar with the deep fried Oreo. There's no way. Not in this economy.
Go
They're,
go ahead.
Economy,
they're Russian.
crazy.
Ah.
Honestly,
Okay.
okay, we need to talk about, has anyone here air fried oatmeal cream pies and put them with ice cream?
That implies I
sounds
would
so
have an
good.
air fryer.
Bull-
That
wait a
implies I
minute.
have an air fryer.
I had them
Let
last
him
night.
fucking cook!
And no, literally, let those oatmeal cream pies cook in the air fryer for 20 minutes. And then you smush them, and then you put 2 little scoops of ice cream, cookies and cream preferred, and then you eat them. And it is mesmerizing. My life has changed.
That's the most delicious thing I've ever heard.
Let me tell you, it is. It's also a temperature experience as well, and it like changes in your mouth. It's amazing.
I love that shit.
I'm literally too broke to afford an air fryer, Lamau.
Microwave does work.
True.
You just got to be careful that the cream in the oatmeal cream pie doesn't explode.
Deep fried Oreos, my beloved. Deep fried Oreos are so good.
Here's the thing. Deep fried pickles will always deep fried pickle chips. I love pickle chips. Deep fried pickle chips. It's
I was
so good.
not
Pickle.
I was
Blows
not a,
up.
I was not a deep fried pickles person until I was not a fried pickles person until I came to this to the Feywild, and now I see
They're
the
good.
appeal. I agree. I've had
They're-
a couple good ones. My shit. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'm from the Great White North. I'm from the fucking Void. I suffered like you wouldn't believe because, like I've said before, I moved to a place with great food, so for the most part I'm okay. There's things I miss obviously from home, but like I'm not dying. I'm not living without. Except until very recently, I was like, I would sit out my window singing my I Want song as cheese curds faded in slowly from the distance. Because I don't know how to stress to you that, like, nowhere even remotely close to here has good cheese curds. And then we got a fucking Wayback Burger, and I got cheese curds again! I fucking love cheese curds. They're so good.
How badly did you black out and for how long?
I was so happy. I was stuffing them in my face, and Justin was like, "Are you gonna be okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't care." Ow! Fuck! I almost made it! I almost made it the whole stream without fucking sticking myself! Shit!
Alright, those who placed your bets, this is the time to collect.
I fucking stuck myself. God damn it.
Also, Keaton, is there anyone else that you know in our, like your locality that is going to MomoCon?
No, I think you've got everybody. I'm so excited.
I am shaking.
Or not. Too much espresso as well.
I don't drink coffee, but...
I can't. I'll die.
Aw.
Don't!
Fucking...
Please?
I have a funny story. So my body is temperamental and doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ways that my body is temperamental and doesn't work is that because I have a fun, funky, fresh little anxiety disorder, it means that I can't drink anything that's caffeinated or I will simply explode.
Mm-hmm.
So another time when my grandmother was in the hospital, this was during COVID, they told me, they were like, we can only allow one person in at a time. And my mom and my grandma were like, oh no, what'll you do? And my mom's like, I'll stay out. And I looked at her and I'm like, I'm 23. I can go sit in a coffee shop for an hour. It'll be fine. I'll amuse myself. I'll read. I'll draw. I've got it. Don't worry about it. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm fine. So I went and I sat in the Starbucks across the street. And I was like, I'll get myself a lemonade. And I got myself a lemonade. And I was sitting there drinking it, and it was really good. And then about 15 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm having heart palpitations. What the fuck is going on? And then I looked to my right.
Oh no.
They had, they'd asked me if I wanted... What the fuck is it? I don't remember. If I'd wanted, like, I think the word was like a refresher or something. And I was like, yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds good. And it had extra flavor, and it was good, and I liked it. It is also just like an espresso shot, but for lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was like, oh, I'm dying. My mom and grandma come back, and they're like, are you alright? I'm like, yeah, I just need to go lay down for, like, 15 minutes. And they're like, why? And I told them, and my mom's like, this is why I didn't want to leave you alone. I'm like,
Heck.
listen!
Reminds me of those McAllister lemonades that TikTok was killing themselves on.
Oh, the Panera charged lemonades.
It was Panera, right.
My favorite's
Dude.
the Starbucks, the oil ones, and people are shitting themselves.
The oil?
I
one?
will
Wait,
say, when
The
it comes
ones
to...
that where they put olive oil in it, which is terrible for you.
Well, no. See, here's what you do. Here's what you do. I'm gonna teach you something today, Chad. You're gonna learn something from Mama Heaton's Italian mother help from Mama Heaton's Italian bloodline. If you're having trouble, if you're constipated, what you do is you go into your kitchen and you take yourself 2 shots of olive oil and you'll be fine.
Will you?
Yep. The reason that people were shitting their asses apart is not because olive oil is bad for you. It's because olive oil lubes up your intestines. You know what else lubes up your intestines and helps you poop? Coffee.
That is a phrase.
People are upset that the shit potion 5000 that they drank made them shit.
What?
Literally, what you have created is the potion.
Potion.
What you've literally created is the potion of instant shit. And I don't know why you've created Xlax 9000, and then people were like, what the fuck is going on? And we're like, I have some news for you about chemistry.
Well, I would love to stay, but I need to lay down for a bit. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay,
I-
I will go yonder for you.
Please don't.
I'm rolling over.
Okay.
You seem to be making some good progress. You've gotten quite a few of them done already.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you guys all have a good one.
I've
Yeah, you
gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the jacket for your cosplay you were talking about?
Yeah, for my punk Kirby.
Yo.
Yeah, Daedalus. One day you will get your answer on what Yik is. When I start streaming again, because this is not my stream, and that can take up to. What's the record of how long I've talked about why Yik is bad?
Like an hour.
Whatever.
Ow! Fuck!
Not long enough.
I mean, I'm
Why? What's bad?
Yeah.
Yick. They call
Yeah.
the creator is very insistent that it's pronounced Y2K. Everyone calls it Yick.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
smells
no,
like that.
I know all about Yik. I wanted to do a video at some point dissecting it from the top, from like all the way down. I spend at least 400 words talking about the logo by itself.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, nobody's more
Oh, well,
qualified. Nobody's more qualified to talk shit about some of the themes in Yik than Aaron.
It's really
true.
funny. It's really funny because I haven't played the game.
I mean, that's kind of a correct thing to do.
Yeah, I watched a Let's Play. Apparently that means I may have missed out on lore, because apparently the OCM website does have like things that are apparently important to fully understanding the Yik, but like I don't know if I like the idea of Yik being a time loop simulator, as I hear that some people are saying it is, because even then it just makes the entire narrative worse.
That's how I did my research on the coffin of Andy and Lele, because I was not gonna pay for the incest game.
I have a question, and I need to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. Did they announce a Yik 2?
Not announced. The demo's on Steam.
Okay,
For
so I'm
free.
not crazy. So there is a Yik 2, Electric Boogaloo.
So
If-
I'm not.
if
There's
there
a
was a-
Yik
I'm
2
not-
before Touchstar comes out. This is bullshit.
If there was ever a time to be gaslit that a game doesn't exist, this would probably be a good time.
Well, the problem is that I'm not sure if this is a remake, a sequel, or something else entirely, because, as I've mentioned many times before, Yik has had a couple of updates and reworks, but it was still called Yik, it was still called Y2K, a postmodern RPG.
I fucking hate that subtitle so much.
It's not postmodern. It's not postmodern.
Nothing about it's postmodern. I fucking hate it here. Words mean things.
If I were to argue, if anything, it's a nihilistic game, because nothing you do in that game matters. Literally, nothing.
It's nihilistic derogatory.
Truly.
Because you can have nihilistic.
What are
Like,
we
if
talking
you
about?
really
It's
wanna
a good
take-
question, Tricky Bay. I never know.
If you really want to take for Michi, and you decide to go the pessimistic route, you did not pay attention.
Like, it's not even like. It's not like. it's not intentional with the theming, right? Because the idea is that this story is supposed to be a coming of age story where Alex learns to overcome his negative qualities and become a better person.
Is that the
But he
idea?
doesn't.
I thought the
That's-
idea was we get to fetishize the Asian women and be the hero of our own Earthbound anime.
I mean, you see, I was giving Yik too much credit. I was giving.
Listen, I always tell people to be the hero of your own story, but not Alex.
Yick
Like,
feels like
Yick-
what people think nihilism is. Yeah.
It's
Yick
like,
is
oh,
what-
is it supposed
Yick
to
is
be a
what
coming
sad
of
white
age
boys
story, or
think.
is it supposed to be a story where nothing fucking matters? Congratulations, you grew up and got better, but it doesn't fucking matter.
But it's not even like he doesn't even do that much. Like I wouldn't say that Yik is like nihilism, what people think nihilism is, because that's a complete side effect of how badly put together Yik was. Yik is supposed to have like a meaning. It's supposed to be a profound experience, as the developer has stated. Unfortunately, it falls.
My mistake was
so
thinking that
short.
games were art.
Yeah.
Actually,
Why? Shine.
you know
To
what
the pits with
game?
you.
Hmm?
You know what game I have more respect for than Yick?
What?
Anonymous Agony.
I don't know that game.
Anonymous, listen, is Anonymous Agony good? No, but that dev had some things to say and sure tried.
Hey, Heaton.
Hmm.
Do you want something very fun, funky, fresh?
Hmm.
You know the guy who plays Hayes?
Yeah.
He's the main character in the English dub of Skate to Infinity.
Fuck yeah, good for him! Wait a minute. Is he Longa?
I don't know. I just know that he's like one of the main characters.
Is he the one with blue hair or the one with red hair? This is so important. I need you to look it up this instant.
Oh my god!
Ellie,
Also,
Ellie, you don't understand. You need to look it up right now.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it, you impatient bitch! I'm getting it! Also, because I know Danica's gonna do it, and I'm gonna steal it from her because I love you, but you know that Dove was going to be Hayes at one point.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she auditioned, but she never sent it in because her mic was bad or something.
Oh god.
Fair enough.
We
Begging
could've-
that it was Reki. Please let it have been Reki.
Friends with a legend.
As
Was it Howard Wong?
Okay, the give me a goddamn second. I have Backstreet Boys in my background. I'm doing something.
You don't understand how important this is.
In that, Matt Shipman is Hayes.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh. I felt that nuke whiz past my face because if you were gonna tell me it was, first of all, two protagonists in Skate the Infinity, because if you were about to tell me it was Howard Wong, I was about to lose my mind that Kenshin Himura was fucking Hayes!
Yeah,
But
so
he's
the red
not,
haired
so
character.
it's fine. He's Reiki. Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm allowed to. Okay, it's fine. We're funny.
You're allowed to
We're
live another.
We're saying no. You're the one who's allowed to live another day. Because Justin's right. You get to live. You get to escape funny red hair samurai brain rot.
well, yeah.
Heaton, do
It's
you
only
need
fair.
hospital?
I want to cosplay.
Here's the, you know what's really fun? You know what the fun part about this is that I could just leave
You could.
and I wouldn't have to deal with shit.
My god.
You could,
That
but
is
if you
true.
left in the middle of my hyperfixations, I'd cry, and then you'd have to live with that.
Okay.
I see.
I love you. No, I wouldn't do that.
You
You
would
know I wouldn't do that unless it was an emergency.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are you talking about? That's a good fucking question. Anyway.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think,
Go on.
yeah, I think the funniest thing is that while I don't have Yik, I do have its prelude. Technically, I have two brothers, which is funny because two brothers is unlisted.
in possession of the forbidden texts.
Truly, it's forbidden. Maybe I'll stream it one day. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it more than Yik, and then I won't know what to do with that.
I know the question wasn't for me, but yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Gambit was included in the conversation. I had to butt my fat ass in.
Also, yes, I
What
do
did you
think-
want?
Gambit reads as
So you have
pansexual to me. Gambit's known men carnally.
God.
Wait, what about Gambit knowing Carnage?
No, TP, please. No, I
We'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, hey, quick question, quick thing. I know some of you were the Heat. Were you there when my package was stolen?
No.
Okay, so funky for a story time. My TV stand was stolen.
Oh no.
God dang.
Turns out it wasn't actually stolen. The Amazon driver's just an idiot.
Okay.
Love that.
Sent it to the wrong address.
Immaculate.
Like
George.
it sent it to the apartments next to us, not the actual like the apartment complex next to us. And Gavin and I were driving all around fucking man's creation, trying to find this TV stand, only to find out that it was like next door.
I've had that happen. We've had that happen a couple of times with our Uber Eats. They'll bring it to the house across the street.
We know
Listen.
something's
Mine-
not right. It's because Gigi won't hiss.
I have surprisingly
I
never
know something-
had something go to the wrong house, funnily enough. I've only heard my friends ever deal with that.
Well, okay, do you live in a house or do you live in an apartment complex?
A house.
Yeah, usually they deliver right to a house. Never usually
Yeah.
to an apartment because, yeah, I don't know why. They just don't. Speaking of getting food, what should I get for myself today? 'Cause I'm hungry.
Hey, Brooke, can you do me a favor?
Chimkin
Yeah?
sandwich.
What's that?
Can you get me 2 sheets of paper towels and my nail polish remover out of my bathroom, please?
Are you bleeding that badly?
I'm not bleeding at all. There's apparently there's some really strong glue on the back of this one. And it's coating my needle.
Oh dear.
And it's all over my hands. So if
Uh,
I wipe it off with a good solvent, it'll just come right off.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce off for now. I'll be sure to come by more often and hang out with you guys.
It's true.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh my
Later,
god, you're gonna bounce?
Well, yeah, it's the Adams family way. We backflip out of calls. Usually gets us into the hospital, but hey, what's a little bit of comedy without a little pain?
I was gonna say, isn't she porcelain? I feel like we shouldn't bounce her.
Well, I mean, she can be put back together if she does.
I suppose.
Not some William Afton core.
No. No, sir.
I will put you back together.
Nope.
Alright.
Give gifts.
Inc-
Give life.
Hello, internet. Welcome to gaming.
Aaron?
What's up?
No. No.
I'll reassemble you like your name's Jack Walton.
See, that is more creative.
Delicious cups. I'm
You
here.
will beautiful.
Also, I was
don't know.
talking about where I thought this was really funny, and I'm happy about it, but I just thought it was funny. So I've been posting my artwork over on Tumblr, because fuck Twitter, truly. And of all of the pieces that I've posted on Tumblr, the one that has popped off the most to my like joy and surprise was the piece of was the Lacey Games print I did. I've been working on some prints to maybe sell at a local con, to try my first experience tabling, and like, boy howdy, did people really like that Lacey Games print.
Hell
in the
yeah.
bathroom. Where's the acetone?
It should be on the sink.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say where
What's
where is the
bottle
acid?
like?
It's square.
Weird.
Purple, black top. So sticky.
Here's your stupid gummies.
My smelly gummies. I take multivitamins because I'm old.
Hey. I don't. I'm trying not to be stupid, but I'm not seeing a square with. Oh, it's not a purple bottle. It's got a fucking like blue label on it. It's a clear. It's a slightly opaque bottle. There it is.
Thank you.
The label was turned away from me.
Good job. Thank you.
Hey, I need help. What do I have for dinner?
Chimkin sandwich.
I second Chimkin sandwich.
But we don't have chimkin sandwich nearby.
Summon one.
Mimkins.
That reminds me, I need to go get lunch.
Thank you.
Kirby.
Alright.
That was a sentence. Whole thing.
That was a thought, I
It
think.
is blue.
Be.
You're right. There's a little purple in it, but yeah, it's mostly blue. I think I was thinking of the stuff I normally get from Walmart, not the stuff I get from Walgreens.
See.
Does it smell bad to you, Chad?
Sniff the acetone for me real quick.
Red's once again not dying.
Yeah! Oh yeah, she mentioned.
She PM'd me that.
Good news for everybody.
Yeah.
Our dear friend Red Angel went in for her consultation. She's now 5 years?
Is it 5 years?
I think it's now 5 years. 5 years cancer-free.
5
Yes!
years remission.
Work!
Is that the right
Power.
word?
Yep, 5 years in remission.
Woohoo.
And now all the glue is gone.
Damn.
Just like the cancer. Woo!
Hey yo, call back.
I don't know. I just
Yeah,
want
does this smell bad to
to
you?
be included.
Can you smell the acetone, Chet?
Yeah.
I keep every time you say acetone, I'm like acid, battery acid, nom nom.
Don't eat battery!
You might.
No,
Get-
Susie, you can't
I have
lick
the
that.
controller.
No, Susie.
What
No.
flavor? What flavor? Double A, triple A, or C9?
C9 doesn't taste that good, anyways.
Damn.
Have you seen the trailer for Stellar Blade? I have. I can't lie, the game looks fun, but it's one of those games where, like, because it's AAA at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait
I
and
hear-
watch
Oh.
somebody play it
I
before
hear
I buy
Stellar
it.
Blade.
Can we actually talk about a major AAA game comeback real quick?
Hmm.
Fucking Mortal Kombat. Holy bounce back.
Oh my god, yes!
Dude, okay,
Yes.
we were out. MK diehards like me, me. We were in the
Hey.
trenches until January, dog. We were out here fighting for our lives in these streets on Twitter. Like,
NetherRealm did in fact say let us cook for a minute, and they did in fact
they
deliver.
did. Like, because
No,
weirdly,
I'm so excited! I'm so
Dude.
happy. Yes.
not only listen, this is proof developer bullying works because we have Ermac with a mask now. We have announcements about the story expansion coming in the next 2 months.
I know!
All of the crossplay, Twitch drops, an actual online season schedule, decent skins now, skins being less pricey, better monetization than all of their competitors. Like, I'm sorry, NetherRealm fucking cooked. They
NetherRealm bounced
won.
the fuck back. They were on a stink for a while.
I stand
They
by
were
it.
dying.
I stand by. I think something inherently deeply funny to me is that NetherRealm was like, everyone's like, oh, fucking Mortal Kombat's woke. Mortal Kombat's woke. Motherfucker, they decided that their marketing was going to be Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and Homelander. Are you dumb?
No, literally, I'm gonna be pissed for a second. I'm genuinely shocked that we don't have a female guest character in 14 years of Mortal Kombat having guest characters. How did that happen?
I don't know.
I have a funny little rumor about one of the next guest characters. Fucking Juliet from Lollipop Chainsaw Dog. Cause of Repop.
Okay.
Cause of Repop.
Genuinely?
Everybody's like, get her in the game.
Okay, but don't make her be voiced by Tara Strong.
Yeah.
I love Juliet. I love her so much. She
What's
was
your
the
favorite
blue.
color,
She was the
Nate?
blue.
Dude.
Blue. I mean yellow. I mean, I don't know.
Dude,
Cool.
Harley
I love learning
Quinn.
new things about you. I fucked up. It's yellow.
No.
It's
No,
red. We were just talking about your good news.
So, I got a message from Girly Wolf up like, you had cancer. I'm like, oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, not everybody. I forget that people outside of our friend group don't know that.
Yeah, I forget that too, because I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Because like, even though I did like put a thing on my channel at one point, like, hey guys, when I was 5 years out, I was like, hey, this is why I've been kind of like out of it because I've been just like preparing, but yeah, no, whoops.
No, but either way, congratulations. It's still a great big thing. Happy,
not-
happy.
This is a 6-year kind of thing because I've had full blood work done again, and they were like, hey, so your iron's kind of high. Let's see what that's all about. And I'm like, oh damn it, now what? And nothing's wrong. It's just
Your
funky
iron's
little-
kind of high.
Yeah, basically, they're like, hey, you had graft versus host disease because your stomach had your donor cell had a war with your cells, and they punched each other in the face, and they hated each other in your intestinal tract. And I'm like, that's true, that did happen. And they're like, as long as you don't start dying again, you should be fine. I'm like, all right, good to know.
I find that that's traditionally how it works. If you're not dying
Allegedly.
right now, you're fine.
They were like,
Uh,
I love Florida
I was
doctors.
I was about to say, may I do one soundboard real quick?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to just do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm saying that like the Peacemaker show is well liked amongst young Republicans who don't know how to read.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not gonna lie. I will say the MK1 fatality where he's like trying to kill a bug and he just like kills the other player is objectively kind of funny, and I do love that.
Oh, it's really good.
That doesn't mean I like Peacemaker though. Sincerely a DC fan.
Heaton,
Yeah?
why did you say the same thing twice?
I don't know. You're so right. I'm so sorry. It's well liked amongst Republicans. Fucking, did you know that there's Republican One Piece fans? I think about that regularly. Anyway, we're in Skypiea, where we just were introduced to the fact that a group of indigenous people are fighting back against colonizers who literally stole their land.
Here.
But One Piece isn't political, guys.
Yeah. Metal Gear isn't political. Velma's woke. What else?
I love with all my heart the like, oh my, I miss when video games didn't have politics in them. What's your favorite video game? Metal Gear?
God.
The statement, like, it's just a dog whistle at this point. The statement, this thing isn't political, isn't of itself a political statement. It's like your worldview just isn't being challenged by the medium. Or you're not looking into it enough. Like, that's typically what that's just code for.
Consider that you're simply a moron. Have you ever thought of that?
Look, all I'm saying
Allegedly.
is if they made Solid Snake black, we would be having a whole different conversation.
God, it'd be cool if Solid Snake was black. Another clone. Big Boss cloned himself and this one's black.
We got I would like them to do a Louisiana-based Metal Gear, and oh, that's right, Rebel Moon exists. Thank you, Amazon, for telling me that. I guess.
Speaking of Republicans who don't know how to read,
It's just advertising it on my thing, and I'm like, guys, I don't care.
You want
please.
terrible? You want actually shitty Star Wars? So people who don't understand Star Wars watch Rebel Moon.
Every once in a while, I remember how angry younger me was about the Guardians of Ga'Hoole movie and how many things he got wrong for the Guardians of Ga'Hoole movie. And seeing him cover other people's franchises that they love, I'm like, yeah, that's
I'm
about
so
right.
glad Disney told him to kick rocks.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier than like, this is what I wanted to make, but woke Disney said no, and then I'm sitting here like, thank fucking God. Oh God. I'm getting it all over everything, oh lord. Thing acetone evaporates quick.
Not the acetone evaporation.
Now that would be an interesting magic item.
The acetone of evaporation.
There we go, Skyrim. Come on.
It's called acid damage.
Please.
Are we dumping on
voice
Snyder?
reader.
Let me in. We're always dumping on Zack Snyder, Ontario. Always. We've said this before.
Yeah.
This is not a safe place for Zack Snyder. It's not a safe place for fucking Frank Miller. This is not a oh God, what is not the guy who made The Boys? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Warren Ellis?
That's it.
No.
No, Garth Ennis.
Garth
Garth
Ennis.
Ennis. That's the one.
Yeah.
I knew his name started with that's for sure.
This is not a safe space for Garth Ennis.
But at least like Garth Ennis is like self-aware, like especially like some of his more John Constantine stuff, or even like what was it, Hitman?
I think that just makes it worse.
See, you say that, and then I gently push Crossed in front of you.
Yeah. At least fair, but at least it's not some Mark Miller's bad stuff. Then
I guess.
Yeah. All I know is, no space I'm in is a safe space for Ronald Reagan.
I don't believe in
Heck
parasocial.
W.
I love Justin. I don't believe in parasocial adoration or hate, really. That being said, Zack Snyder is my enemy.
that's how I feel about Kirk Cameron. Also, what you were saying. So is acetone the opposite of bitone, which is like some kind of alternate universe doodle tones?
Okay, Google. Set a timer for 2 minutes. I can't type. I have not done a French accent in a while, so you'll have to excuse me if this is not very good.
Oh, you know what I should do before stream? I just made my thumbnail for tonight, but I need to keep building my Gundam. Yesterday during my Q&A, I started building my first Gundam. In 2 hours, well, okay, let's see. I yelled at Violet Shadows on stream. I was answering questions constantly in the stage. And also was attempting to make sure I could, like, actually keep everything under my overhead camera, because I literally got my overhead camera the day before and did not know how it worked, while bantering with all of my friends. So, in 2 hours, I got through the head and the torso.
Yeah, that is about right. My overhead camera is just a webcam that I have stuck on a tripod, so...
That's
and did
tea.
it run video
I got, like,
again?
I could use a better...
I got a document reading camera. It's really good for it. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like built to be overhead with like good lighting, and I was like, I'm on overhead lighting.
There's such thing as a document reading camera? There's such thing.
Is it documents related?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might look into that actually, because I do enough handcam screens now.
Yeah, it looks like the Pixar lamp, but like without the lamp.
I kind of want to start reading books on stream. I wonder if people would actually be into that.
Actually, here's the
You
thing.
can't.
Here's the thing. Due to copyright, you actually can't do that. I almost did that when I did my Dragon Ball stream. Because a bunch of my fans were asking me if I was going to play Dragon Ball FighterZ after Toriyama passed away, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, because I know a lot of my viewers really like Dragon Ball. And then I was like, oh, we'll read the Dragon Ball manga. First mistake, reading the Dragon Ball manga that was written in the 70s. And secondly... And secondly, you actually aren't supposed to do that, because it counts as copyright infringement.
I stabbed myself again!
That's a super bummer, because I'm a librarian. Children's books are kind of my thing. And a lot of people are really curious about some of the children's books that are out, because I wanted to talk about, I was like, hey guys, summer reading's happening, and Florida has our stupid Sunshine State thing. You guys want to know about the books? Let me tell you. Kind of like a mini review series to kind of help out the fam. Maybe I could get away with it if I did it in
That I think you can
In the
do.
name of-
If you don't like just sit down and do like a reading of the books, but you talk about them instead, I think you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do like a book club deal.
Yeah, I think
I would-
might do something like that because oh Jesus, because that's a big to do right now. Is the Florida has the Sunshine State books, and basically nobody has them, and until they get ordered, and then people get all pissy about it because they say, oh, but the library should always have them, and I'm going, yeah, well, we didn't get an announcement about what they were until you guys did, so how the hell were we supposed to know?
I love how I'm like in between. I'm doing work for streams and like getting my schedule together and all my thumbnails, and I just keep looking at my window because I'm supposed to get my merch samples today, and I'm like stalking the UPS man like a little kid looking for Santa on Christmas Eve.
God, me waiting for my last cosplay parts.
Yes.
Sitting in front of my door like I'm fucking Scott Pilgrim waiting for my Amazon package.
Real. I'm like it's the meme of just man just looking out on the beach. It's me looking for these UPS packages, dog.
Listen, if it wasn't for the whole copyright problem, so I would invest in reading a stupid book on stream. I have a particular target in mind.
Yeah.
Come on, targeted book.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
wait a minute. That means that. Does that mean all of the librarians that did like book readings during COVID, like they could have gotten their shit taken down?
If you were doing
Possibly. It depends how petty the copyright holder is. I think the only ones that would really go at people are the big one I feel like would actually be manga artists, because Japanese laws when it comes to copyright are far stricter. Like there's actually, I've gone back and forth over like what I want my first cover song to be. A lot of Japanese ones, like you gotta jump through crazy hoops, especially if you're indie.
It's bananas.
Yeah, unless you're based in the US, of which case US law kind of wins there. But even then, they will absolutely do everything in your power to strike you down. Unless you're V Shoujo, apparently.
It's Sherlock Holmes.
If you're, excuse me, we're in the U.S. We're not based.
Would you, unironically, would you guys really listen to me, like... Because, like, one of the things was you guys wanted me to read creepypasta. That was one of my stream goals. So I have to do that.
I don't think that's, like, copywritten or anything, because it's internet culture.
Yeah.
No, you could. It's like, no.
I'm gonna copyright you. I'm gonna copyright you, Heaton.
I'm so excited to read Jeff the Killer. It's aged just as badly as you think it has.
Okay.
So yeah, I think readings for me would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because I remember when I was trying to, because the reason I even looked into like the book copyright thing was because I wanted to read the new 52 Birds of Prey comics on stream.
Oh, those are, I like those.
Oh, yeah, they are good. But then I tried to like get into it, and I was like, I feel like, because the thing is, you have to like, because I'm like, if you have to buy books, then, and like books are licensed out to a lot of online like libraries, how the fuck we doing this? So I looked it up and I was like, would my stream get taken down for that? Because I also became a YouTube partner right around that time, and I was like, I don't want to risk that. And they were like, oh yeah, no, it's considered copyright infringement. I'm like, great.
I'd have to look at it because I know Melon T does readings of the One Piece chapters, but I don't know. I've never tuned into one of those streams because I'm not caught up, so I don't know how she does.
Yeah.
Please read us SCP tales. Okay. I was gonna say, do you guys want me to read you like a nice wholesome story like Baraska?
Oh no, not Baraska.
Yeah, Red Nose! Red Nose!
No!
What?
My God.
What's wrong with Baraska? It's a classic!
Yes, you know, there's actually a I didn't know that the Sprouse twins.
Yeah, they did a radio play.
Yeah, no, that's how I found out about it, and I was like, what's a Baraska? Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about! There's nothing wrong with Baraska! What?
Nothing wrong at all.
Oh.
Eaten.
Evil. That's fucking evil, dude.
Dude. Yo, Heaton, question.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do any more stuff like Because I know I don't know how many people have like asked you this. Have you been planning to do anything else like your Urban Spook video? That shit was so funny.
Yeah, actually, I'm planning on, my next. So I have another video essay planned. So
Yeah.
listen, everything's been borked, and I don't like to talk about drama on my stream, so we're not going to talk about why. But you all, those of you who know, you know, shit's been borked.
I think everyone's aware.
Yeah, well, a few people aren't.
How could you not be?
Listen, Daedalus
No, you'd be surprised.
Daedalus has looked me dead in my eyes and been like, I don't give a shit about your commentary garbage. Please just tell me more about your OCs.
Fuck yeah.
Which is a base take from Daedalus, truly.
Oh yeah.
But like, I sat down and I was like, I have a bunch of video essay stuff planned. That's the next thing I know I really want to work on outside of like, I'm working on some art videos. The next edited video planned for the channel will be my Reveal highlights. Silver's working on those. And I'm chipping away at the Kit Kats video as well. Which I'll explain to Zach in a second. When I tell you that I sat down and looked at my video essay topics and was like, everything sucks, and I'm sad, so I want to work on something fun. And I was originally going to start working on that Records of Ragnarok script. I'm going to just spend 2.5 hours talking about Dick Fight Island. You can't stop me.
Honestly,
Dick Fight Island's good! I'm gonna take a little break for the last little bit of this. Dick Fight Island's good! Fucking, I'm so excited. I get to sit down and be like, hey, did you know that the funny manga that everyone was talking about, the funny penis fighting manga, did you know that it actually has some really interesting things to say? And has really interesting world building, because it does. Like, the world building in that fucking manga is actually really interesting. And I feel like nobody talks about that, because of course they don't. Because who would care? But I care. I'm autistic and I care.
Real.
The funniest part, right, is, there's just, like, a bit where they're talking about, like, one of my favorite jokes in the whole series, all 2 volumes, I say, like, I say series, like it's fucking a multi-volume shonen epic or whatever, all 2 volumes of smut that I read, but, like, there's a bit where, Harto, the main character, they're talking about his participation in the tournament. And they're like, you're disqualified. And he's like, what? Why? What did I do? And they're like, you filled out your form entirely in English. And he's like, well, yeah, I wanted to show you that while I was away, I'd mastered the white man tongue. And they're like, nobody here can read it.
My god.
Also, I love with all of my heart, because it's just the best joke ever, is fucking, he's introduced by, because he tells his roommate, like, about the Great Worm Tournament, which is what it's called. And his roommate's like, I know how I can teach you. I know how you can train. And he shows him, like, Pornhub? Just types in gay porn, and Harto's like, there are this many warriors?!
Oh my god.
It's so fucking funny.
And by warriors, that means penis, yes?
So, okay, so the way that this works, the premise, I'm gonna hit you with the premise, because this is gonna be super surprising. The premise of Dick Fight Island
is a dick that fights.
Is that these 7 men could participate in this tournament called the Great Worm Tournament, like the worm with a Y.
Worm as in
like
worm
the
as
dragon.
in little.
Like the dragon.
Hold on,
Yeah, not the things in the ground.
Speaking of little dragon, I just gotta grab my little guy.
Yeah, Mars.
There we go. Okay, thank you, Mars.
So they participate. All of the members of every one of the clans on the island participate in the Great Worm Tournament, and whoever wins becomes their island's, like, president.
Okay.
The tournament is that they sword fight, like, with their penises,
Okay.
And the first one to come loses.
Oh, okay, so it's like a endurance thing. Got it.
Yes. First one to come is gay. I mean loses. The thing about this, okay. Welcome to the asexuals take on this really funny bit, because I think something that, so I talked about this a little bit in the Has Been Hotel video that I had started, that I can't finish until I watch all of Has Been Hotel, which I haven't yet. But a lot of people who make things like this don't think about the implication of certain things in their world building, and sometimes that's fine. Sometimes it ends up being a little problematic, and sometimes it just ends up being like, why isn't this like this? And you're like, anyway, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you don't need to think about it, and sometimes you do and don't. But like, something I find tremendously interesting is that none of the the society on the island is remarkably desexualized, which I think which I think is fascinating from an anthropology perspective. You know what I mean? Like, thank you, I will. But
no, it is
yeah, it's genuinely really interesting, because
I've never heard of this until now. I'm like, this is actually really interesting.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
the perfect example of this, right, is so Haruto falls in love with his college roommate, and he,
like you do,
and he tells him, because his Michael, the boy, the English boy that he falls in love with, he's
Michael.
like, we can't date until after the tournament, and he goes, why? And he's like, well, you might see that as cheating, and I don't want you to think that I'm fucking around on you. You know what I mean? He's like, I have to do this, it's part of my culture, but I don't want to hurt you, and it could be perceived that way. And
actually, I'm writing something similar in my novel, actually, where it's like, is this something I have to do for my culture, but you might view this as cheating, so I need to tell you about this in order to be on the up and up, so it's not like I'm walking out on you or whatever.
Exactly. And the funniest part is there's a joke where I'm like, now I'm gonna talk to you about the anthropological implications of this stupid sex joke. Because there's a dumb bit where one of the main characters, he has to fight the man that he's in love with.
Oh.
And he's like, and he goes to Haruto and he's like, you need to teach me your secret technique. Because I might lose immediately because he's so sexy and I love him so much that if he touches me, I'm gonna just bust. Which, first of all, second of all, so Haruto explains to him, his secret technique is that he's discovered the prostate. That's the bit. That's his shonen secret technique. His fucking ultimate is that he sticks his fingers in your ass. And he's like, and he goes, you'll get it. You'll be able to do it.
So he's learned 1,000 years of pain.
Basically. And so he's like, if you do this, then you can, get inside him and you'll win. And there's a pause and he goes, but that's almost like sex! And I'm like, first of all, this was meant to be a funny joke. I think it's tremendously interesting that your culture would not view that as sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because, that's not basically sex. What you have described to me is sex. But they're like that, because it's in the context of the tournament, it's just completely non-sexual. There's nothing
they're
sexual
just
about it. Which I think is fascinating. It's little things like that. They talk about, I think one of the most tremendously interesting things as well is that the author is like, I've thought about what their language is like. I know, like they talk about their fucking GDP during a bit. They're like, this is how our island makes money. This is how we're connected to the UN. This is how our foreign exchange programs work. And I'm like, you put a lot of thought into this funny 2-volume porn manga you wrote, and I think that's fucking fascinating.
It is, like...
So you know about the author's iceberg?
Maybe?
Like the concept that the author has to know so much about their work, even if it's never put into, like, any paper, but for the consistency of, like, the world building and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Fucking, it's so good. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant like that's what I meant. I meant like the old, like the 2016-17 friend group. That's what I mean.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah. I don't mean outside of our current friend group, because specifically Red told us at the time not to talk about it too publicly.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to keep it private, so I didn't. So that's what I meant. Because I think that, like, the only people who knew were me, Kaden, Max.
Yeah.
And like, I think there was one other person who knew.
Think? The one that's dead now.
Oh yeah. That's what we meant.
Yeah.
We meant like, so there were like 5 people who knew about it.
There were very few because I really wanted to keep it on the down low because of like.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel bad like you're outside of the friend group. You're in the friend group, but I mean this was like in this pocket there were like 5 people who knew about it. Like I couldn't tell like Susie or Brooke at the time.
It was a selective subsect of the council that convened for that one.
Yeah.
If it's what I'm thinking of, because I don't remember if you just said it. I believe I only learned when we started our D&D game.
Yeah, that's right. You were like, "What do you mean you had cancer?" I'm like, "Oh, shit,
yeah, that's right." And most of us found out because of playing D&D together. Because
that my doctors, hey, we'll like come in less if you want to play D&D. I'm like, not real fun to be doing D&D while you're living in the hospital for 9 months.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
It's I don't know if weird is the right word to say, but like
it was a little weird.
It's unusual.
There was nothing funnier than like, hey, I want to talk to you about this thing, and I call her and we're talking for like, and she's like, I'm in the hospital right now, and I was like, oh, is it for like, and I'm thinking like, oh, it's for treatments or whatever, so I didn't think anything about it, and then like 2 weeks later she's like, oh yeah, I was dying, and I'm like, what do you mean you were dying?
Dying number 2, baby.
That's what being friends with Red is like. It's like we're told things and then not told things 15 seconds later, and it's clarified you knew nothing actually the whole time. So don't feel bad. We're simply morons.
I hide my, like, I will talk about my lore, but I will also hide my
Oh, dude, that's same.
like, no. Crazy, but then when I tell them stuff about my childhood, they're like, are you okay? And I go, no.
We're just like, no. Wait, I have one more thing I have to fix before we raid out. Because I have one, and I haven't gotten to use it yet.
Like, I created a punji pit for children. I own that. I also helped lead a revolution of girls from the girls versus boys thing, and
there it is.
We all learned how to choke out guys and kill them with skip-its. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Here we go. Red has now been dulled.
Eh? Oh, it looks like just my avatar.
Yeah. Doll for Red.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going to send you over to... We're going to send you over to our dearest puppet proctor, our dearest Scotty Calicote, who's making the mistake of playing Fallout 76.
Oh.
Oof.
Why? I know it got better, but like that's like saying it's like slightly better than a root canal.
Just-
Real.
Raid message is, why are you doing this to yourself? So tomorrow we'll be back at our usual stream time. This was a little impromptu because we didn't have our game tonight, so I was like, I will work on the jacket. And then tomorrow we'll be back with more 8-11. So we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye bye.